The connections that you build, whether it's recruiters, whether it's through relevant groups, this is the currency. But when you can layer on having this platform of connections whereby once they see your profile, people are reaching out to you, it's just another avenue to secure a role. I'm Yvette and I currently live in Spain. I'm from the UK. I'm a project leader and I was looking for another project leader role before I joined Remote Rebellion, and I was looking for a remote role so I could stay in Spain. I'd had a role with AstraZeneca for about a year's contract, and I took a small pause and then I was looking for work for about 6 months, and I thought it would be relatively easy to step back into the industry, but within that 6 months pause, many things had changed, about 15, 20 applications and not really getting anywhere. I just wasn't making much progress. Not even actually for the first time in my career, not actually even getting interviews, just not getting any feedback or any connections at all. And I would say I was looking for another 4 or 5 months before I then joined Remote Rebellion and thought, right, I need to do something different here to see if I can figure out why I'm not being successful in getting another role. I just thought that I needed to tweak and modify a few things given the fact I was working remotely from Spain, but the industry was just really, really competitive. And I think what Remote Rebellion got me to think about was more about my unique selling points, but the process that I went through on Remote Rebellion taught me actually I have got a USP here, why don't I bring this together? And then doing some more research, again triggered by Remote Rebellion, actually corporations do want this athlete mindset that's agile but focused, goal orientated, and I think that was a unique turning point. The only thing that I was probably a little bit concerned about was whether jobs in my field in pharma and biotech would be covered by this course, because obviously it's quite a niche area. Yeah, I was apprehensive about that, but then I've utilised what I've learned in a different way that's benefited me. So yeah, it was kind of an apprehension, yes, but then it's allowed me to use the skills that I learned on the course to then get a new role. With LinkedIn, I really just used it as a tool to have a different format of my CV, and that was it. As basic as it sounds, I just thought, yeah, it's a more detailed version of my CV. But then I began to realise, actually, your profile is really your personal brand. So I really reworked that, and that was key. Understanding the algorithms, commenting on posts, being part of relevant groups, building these connections, whether it's recruiters, whether it's through relevant groups. This is the currency of how to get roles. I mean, you can see, obviously, you can have a really good LinkedIn profile and you can get a job the conventional way. Somebody sees your profile, you get connected or you apply for something. But when you can layer on having this platform of connections whereby once they see your profile, people are reaching out to you, it's just another avenue to secure a role. I've got a better insight into the remote world and how things have changed and how I can still fit into that world. Combination of just believing in the process that I think I'd arm myself with the best tools that I needed to get a remote job, which is through the course. I then said, right, I really need to have another go at my CV. Then I really went to town on my CV, and that made a big difference. After 2 weeks, I did actually get an interview. So then I got a role, but I got offered a role that was hybrid, but I didn't want to do the commute, and I unfortunately turned that role down. But then they came back and said, actually, we've got a fully remote role and we really want you for this role. So it's not been an easy journey, but I think that resilience and that self-belief and taking the learnings from the course and refreshing them and using them when I needed to has helped to get me to where I am now. I would always say, take a moment to think about why you're joining something and what you want to get out of it. The course is very, very comprehensive in terms of from CV to LinkedIn to interviews, how to prepare. And I think if you're looking to be sharp in the remote world and understand what you need to do to put yourself in the best place to get a remote job, then I would say go ahead and have that discussion with Remote Rebellion to see if it's for you. But I would say it's very, very comprehensive, and it covered all the bases that I needed. It's been an interesting journey, a little bit challenging, but I think I'm armed with all the tools that I need to keep kind of progressing in the remote world space. So thank you.